If you think all that exists is all that you know, then that's all there will be. Put plainly and put simply. Welcome back to A Life in Illusion. I'm Q. Here on this channel, we're talking about leveling up, self-development, creating and curating your dream life. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Subscribe. I drop videos every Sunday, 10 a.m. So if you're interested and you want to see more content, definitely stay tuned or check out my previous videos. I'm building up a nice little library of different topics, so I'm quite proud. But feel free to like and comment also if you can relate or if you have any interesting perspectives on these topics. So today's topic is, in my notes, I labeled it Think Big. No, Bigger. And by that, I'm really intending on really just shooting for the stars, like with your goals and your ideas and your like what you think your life can be. I think just being so realistic about things and thinking that you have to kind of step by step make your way to where you want to be, and that's the practical way to do it, but why? we do it that way because we've always done it that way, but I'm honestly experiencing the case where time and practicality and doing things in sequence, again, is one way to do it, but that's not the most efficient or the best way to do it. Again, it's like shoot for the moon. Well, shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars or whatever, but it's really shooting for like the biggest possible outcome. And if you don't hit that mark, you're gonna fall somewhere, between where you are and there. And that could be anywhere in between instead of just, one wrong up. It could be that one wrong up, but you wanna kind of hedge your bets and give yourself more opportunity and more choices to, be successful and be, to hit the goals you wanna hit. And these, okay, so like something I'm working on, for instance. And I love the fact that I'm making, And I love the fact that I'm making these videos because in due time, I'll be able to come back and say, see, I said this is what I wanted. I said this is what I was gonna do, and it's gonna come to fruition. Again, I don't focus on the how, I just focus on the what. What do I want? Lay it out, embody it, bring it into my consciousness, bring it into something that I feel like I can have, and then go from there. So something I'm manifesting right now is my move back to Mexico, and I want to, since I've been back in the States, I've really developed a deeper and a healthy relationship with my immediate family. I'm forever blessed and grateful for that. In my showing them love, I want them to come and experience the life and the part of my experience in Mexico. And to do that, I want to have somewhere for them to be comfortable and live. So initially, I was thinking when I bring them down, I give them like an Airbnb or something for the week or however long they're staying. That's cool, and I'd be grateful for that. Don't get me wrong, but I think the bigger idea would be to have some property. Have property in the city for them to come and get comfortable and experience what they want, and just really have it be an extension of my home, essentially, to be able to welcome them to. That is what would that would be my ultimate goal, is to have, somewhere permanent for them to come in really anytime they want to, take a break, come experience that a part of my life that makes me so happy, a part of my life that feels right, a part of my life that really is just such an inexplicable experience that I just want them, again, to be able to kind of get to know me in a deeper way. So Airbnb, cool, perfect, love it, grateful, all of that. But a whole, what do I want to call it? A villa, a compound, a home away from home for them, for myself too, obviously, but just having some space for them like that would just be a dream come true. So that's my personal example, something I'm kind of conjuring up and manifesting right now, to where my initial thought was, this a step up. Essentially, getting them in Airbnb would just be a step up. But a giant leap, a Bigfoot leap, would be to have some property for them to come down and visit whenever they like. That's my ultimate goal. Another similar example is here. I have an apartment I love. Don't get me wrong. And I'm thinking when the renewal time comes, I'll get level up to the next best thing. But why not jump up a couple 3-4 notches? Like the step up might be another $400 or $500 a month. Why not double it, triple it? Again, I don't know how. I'll have the budget for it, but I will. When the time comes, I'll have the budget I need. I'll have the means I need. I'll make the decisions I need in the moment. I trust that so wholeheartedly that I don't really have the fear. I think about it from time to time, but it's not like a fearful thing. It's just like, it's more anxiousness. It's more, like, I wonder what the outcome is going to be. I wonder, what the circumstance is going to be that's going to allow me to afford that, because I can't see it right now. I don't know, and I think that's kind of by design. If I knew now, it would kind of ruin the surprise. It would kind of ruin the surprise. So just knowing that whatever the circumstance is meant to be, that's what it will be. It may be that I don't renew because I now have the opportunity to go be a full-time entrepreneur in Mexico, and I don't, it doesn't make sense, or it's just not necessary for me to keep this space. So yeah, I have to I have to establish the what and the why in the what do you call it? I have to establish the what and the why, and then set it free and just wait for things to unfold. Right now I'm about 6-7 months out from whatever it's going. But not even that. I have to be probably about 5 months out because I have to give notice. Either way, whether I'm moving up or moving out. But yeah, just really establishing what I want, and then letting that come to be. I'm excited. Again, I'm anxious just to see what's going to unfold, because it's always a surprise to me. Because I let go of the how, because I'm not focused. I come up with what I think it's going to be, but I don't really harp on that. And then we'll just, see what happens. And sometimes when you think too big, it feels uncomfortable, and you have to really dig into why that is. Why do you feel uncomfortable with the idea of you having nice things? Why do you feel uncomfortable with you having more responsibility in your career? Why do you feel uncomfortable with having more success in your career? Why do you feel uncomfortable with having a big family? Figure out why you feel uncomfortable with those things. I think a lot of it boils down to you not believing you deserve it, or believing you can handle it when those things come your way. Do you not feel that you could manage a team of 10, 15, 20 people? Why? Why don't you feel you could do that? You develop the skills, you've got the experience, you have the expertise. I guess that's is that imposter syndrome? I haven't looked it up, but I've heard the kind of phrase tossed around of just feeling like you aren't who you portray yourself to be, or you aren't who people think you are. But I'm a firm believer that when those things come to you, it's because you deserve it. And now whether or not you recognize that, whether or not you catch it in time, whether or not you believe it in a way that allows you, again, to hang on to it and to grow it even further, that's up to you. It's about healing. It's about believing in yourself. It's about, being in an environment that fosters your growth and your success in those situations. And all of those will really, create or destroy, those opportunities for you. Another great phrase is your perception is your reality. So the smaller you think, the smaller the world is for you, the smaller your opportunities are, the smaller your growth can be. If you only know a good perspective I kind of grew up with is people in Atlanta like, oh yeah, he from Atlanta, he ain't never been outside 285. And if you know Atlanta, 285 it's also called the perimeter. It's literally a interstate that just kind of circles just outside the city. And it gave I put the circumference in at 64 miles and it gave me an area of 325. I'm gonna try another place just in case. Little side mission, we're doing math here today. Yeah, there's 2 places. So we have almost 326 square miles of space, 326 square miles. So, so off track. So yeah, somebody who's never been outside of, you have a 365-mile cage essentially that you've never been outside of. That's your entire world. So if this is Atlanta, like this example, you couldn't even imagine even Savannah, Macon, Chattanooga. You can't even imagine another city. You can only see what you see in media or on TV or from other people's experiences. So like, let alone another country or, you know, a different continent. Like, that's just wild for you. So if you keep your thoughts so limited as just your neighborhood or just your city, you're really losing out on so much more there is to explore. So if you keep your thoughts limited to your industry at work, or limited to your family dynamics, or limited to your educational experience or your cultural experience or your cuisine, like, you just limit yourself to something as small as just only what you know, it's really a disservice to yourself. Another good saying is, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. So if you don't think you can make it out, you won't. If you think you can, you will. And that just turns out to be the reality of it. If you think all that exists is all that you know, then that's all there will be. Put plainly and put simply. We're gonna wrap this up with, if you want it bad enough, you'll make a way. No excuses acceptable. If you want it bad enough, you'll make a way. A lot of people are like, well, I don't have time to do that. I had somebody just tell me yesterday, I tell them I'm reading the Game of Thrones book series, and if you know, you know, those books are super thick. And they're like, oh, I don't have time. Okay, that's a choice. If you want to, if it was important to you, you would make time for it. That's always the case. If it's important to you to exercise, you can make time. If it's important to you to call your parent at the end of the day, you will. If it's important for you to go to the doctor, you will. If it's important to you to go to be to work on time, you're there on time. So it's just about prioritizing and making those important things happen in your life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending the time with me today. I went off on a bit of a tangent. I'm probably going to cut most of that out. But I enjoyed it anyway. It's always a conversation. If you feel like you can relate, tell me your big ideas. I'm always looking for inspiration as well. I drop videos every Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern, every week. Yeah, like, subscribe, stay tuned for more. I'm excited to, again, build this community and be on this journey. And I hope you stick around and ride this thing on out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.